Hello and welcome to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network here on the YouTube channel. Welcome to Inside the Locker Room. I'm Chris Pierce, joined with Griffin Mudge. Tonight, the Virginia Tech Hokies take on the North Carolina Tar Heels, and what should be a good one. Griffin, you guys won 5 out of your last 6, including your last 3 before the break. How do you guys plan on continuing that momentum here in the new semester?
We ended hot, so I guess we got to stick to the same system we were working with last year. It's going to be tough getting our legs back into this game against a hot team as well. So we just got to stick to our same system, keep shifts short, and get pucks in deep.
Yeah, you guys are playing the Tar Heels, who are coming into this one also hot, winning their last 4. How do you guys plan on containing that offense that has been so electric for the Tar Heels this season?
They come with a lot of speed and a lot of size as well, so I guess it's keeping guys to the outside, not giving up any high-quality chances, keeping pucks out of the middle, and creating turnovers.
Well, Griffin, thank you very much. We'll be right back. It's the Hokies and the Tar Heels coming up. and welcome to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network here on the YouTube. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm Chris Pierce, joined with Virginia Tech men's hockey head coach Joey Mullen. Coach, you guys were on fire last semester, winning your last 3 in a row. How do you plan on continuing that momentum into this semester?
I think we keep it simple. Long break. Some guys just got back from Europe playing, so they'll be pretty fresh. Play a simple game, stay on the box, just run our system well, and I think we'll be all right.
You guys have a tough January ahead of you. What is your message to the team as you guys prepare for this upcoming month?
I think we just don't look too far ahead. One game at a time. How you got to play them anyway. So take the opponent in front of us and go out and try to get a win and try to string something together and keep the momentum going.
You guys are starting Ian Key, who has been phenomenal for you guys this season. What has he meant to this team?
I mean, he's been big. He stole some games for us. He's kept us in a lot of games that may not be in otherwise. You get a guy like that, if you keep him hot and get him hot at the right time, you can make a deep run.
Well, thank you, Coach. Good luck to you tonight. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
going on? What's your name? Dan Nels. Nice to meet you.
Nice job, buddy. Can they hear what we say?
Yeah. From me, yeah, not over there, so. Really? Is it because it's too overloaded down here? Like too many outlets are plugged in? And the program? It's hockey night here in Vinton, Virginia, as the 9-7-1 Virginia Tech Hokies host the North Carolina Tar Heels at 12-5-1. Oh, and by the way, they're ranked. Good evening, everybody. I'm Knowles Williams, joined alongside Chris Pierce. And Chris, should be a good matchup tonight between two Premier Division rivals, especially when it's a ranked team. North Carolina sits at number 17 in all of the ACHA, and it's arguably the biggest opponent that the Hokies have faced so far this season.
Both teams rivals in the ACHA, like you mentioned. Happy New Year to you, by the way, and all of you watching at home here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Should be a good one between two competitive teams, two hot teams to be exact. Virginia Tech coming on a 3-game win streak, winning 5 out of their last 6 before the break, as well as UNC winning their last 4. So again, this should be a very competitive matchup between the two sides.
It should be a competitive one tonight as Rocco Salvato and Patrick O'Shaughnessy meet at the face-off circle. Puck is dropped, and we are underway as Virginia Tech has won the opening face-off right here in Vinton, Virginia. Immediately a turnover right here as O'Shaughnessy comes to the far circle, drops it back up to the point, and North Carolina is kicking as immediately a save is made by Virginia Tech. Steve Gleason with a slapper from the point, and that one goes wide. Virginia Tech looks to clear. They can't, and finally they do. So already an offensive onslaught from UNC as the puck clears the zone back out to the Reds line. Cross point Grady shot on net, and that is snared by Ian Key, our starting goaltender tonight in net for Virginia Tech, the junior goalie. Number 31, yeah.
Tonight's starting goaltenders. You got Ian Key for the Hokies, 8-3-1, his best record in start as a Hokie. And then on the other side, you got Joel Hughes, the veteran, his second season at UNC. And like I said, it should be a great starting matchup.
Face-off is won by Virginia Tech. Is bursting into the zone is Nick France. His first game here due to Corps Cadets restrictions. He's finally able to play in the new year as North Carolina looks to clear. Instead, Virginia Tech gets it at the line, and they fire it right back in. Quan Doig exits the zone of North Carolina, and in transition, the Canes look to rush up Virginia Tech's zone, but they can't out him as Evan Dutil, backhands it into the zone, and Virginia Tech will go for a clear. It's Joey Mullen in his 12th year of coaching commands the Hokies to go over the boards. Both teams with the clear as Peduzzi's got it on the near side, sends it cross ice up for Andrew Ewan. Lost a handle on that. North Carolina ends up with it. And Chris, what do you expect so far tonight as Katsios joins on, looks for the trailer and Walsh, instead that puck skates off of Cameron Kazai. Kazai looking to find Andrew Ewan up ice. Instead a tumble is made, and we might have a penalty coming up here.
It's going to be interesting to see this first line for the Virginia Tech Hokies of Peduzzi as well as Kazai and Andrew. Peduzzi and Kazai, a duo who's been fantastic for the team so far. Combined 62 points so far this season for the Hokies.
They've certainly worked a lot of magic on offense as that puck essentially hopped out of play. Face-off came to the main circle. Sent back in down in North Carolina zone to Ryan. He's looking to clear, and he does. The puck enters the neutral zone. Flying up the ice is Zachary Mangle. He's got 1 point on the season that came off of a goal. He's just crunched onto the boards by Caleb Turner. Near corner now. It's Mangle getting it, trying to get up to the point. No offsides is called. There's a shot that just goes wide to the left of Ian Key in net. Puck still loose. Pitchfork back in from the point by Mangle around behind Key. As North Carolina will make a few changes, and coming up the ice, here come the Hokies. As Ethan came and looked to tap it in at the red line and said he was just a few feet away from being in the clear for an icing. Instead, that is an icing, and we're going to go right back down. Face-off appears to be coming to the right of Ian Key.
Yeah, Julian Pullen pulling out all four of his lines here early. Less than 3 minutes into this game. Make sure he gets fresh legs, everybody out there.
O'Shaughnessy and Kamen meet. That face-off is won by O'Shaughnessy. And a dangerous play there made by Matt Grady right out on the doorstep of Ian Key. Key traps, and we're going to have a face-off coming as more lines are being changed by Joey Mullen.
Yeah, as Virginia Tech, as I mentioned, has that lethal first line. So do the Targets with O'Shaughnessy, Grady, and Foster. O'Shaughnessy, the magic maker, we would say, or leads the team in goals and points.
North Carolina wins the duel, except this puck skitters all the way back around, and Theo Lanigan's got it on the tape of his stick. Loses a handle on it. Here comes Foster. And instead, Lunder coming in the near board, and he is walloped on the boards by Foster, coming on looking for the centering try. Instead, the puck was lifted off the stick of Matt Grady. Another shot coming in. Grady corrals it back down low. Here come the Canes. As this puck is cleared out, we got a breakaway potentially by Campbell. Instead, he's iced out. Savano with the stick on the tape. Shot! And instead, the save is made by Joel Hughes. So the first grand opportunity of the night so far for Virginia Tech, Chris, there off that shot from Salvato.
Yeah, it was a good breakaway, possible opportunity there by Marshall Campbell, staying with it.
Doig attempts the clear, instead it's fired in from the far point by Conrad. Goes all the way around the end boards and comes out onto the skate of Peltola. looking for a centering try in the slot for Doig. Instead, he's out-muscled by Virginia Tech. Puck still loose out in the bumper slot. Instead, it comes back out on the top for Doig. And coming up with it on his stick is Evan Dutu, leading it up the zone to his backhand. Deeks tries to make a shot around. Tries to go for the backhand right on in front. Cannot get a handle on it. Is Tulo had the second grade A opportunity of the night for the Hokies right out on the doorstep of Joel Hughes, who hasn't faced much action compared to all the way down the ice, 200 feet down Ian Key.
Yeah, and folks, we understand about the camera and the feed. We're trying the best we can to get the feed back up for you. We're trying our hardest.
Face-off coming to the top left dot, won by Virginia Tech back into the Tar Heels' zone. Instead, Virginia Tech will look to get a slap off a stick in to avoid an icing. Comes into the near left corner, and again, we apologize for the technical issues. Instead, it's a centering try here. Another good chance out in front for Peduzzi. And once again, North Carolina has been very sloppy in the defensive side of the zone, especially towards the middle.
Yeah, they're giving Virginia Tech chances in the slot. Nothing in the score column for the Hokies so far.
Cameron Kazai to his left for Turner. Stick is broken there, and I believe we may have a penalty coming up here against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Gleason's stick fell down to the ground. I don't think there's going to be a penalty. It'll be an offensive face-off though for the Hokies. So yet another great opportunity here for the Hokies to potentially get on the board first.
So no penalty. It looked like he was the referee for tonight was making some sort of tripping motion with his right arm. Instead, it's still 5-on-5. No power plays here. If you're just joining us, 15:30 to go here from Vinton at the Lancerlot Ice Complex in just outside of Roanoke, Virginia, between number 17 North Carolina and Virginia Tech in the Premier Division showdown. Mercer turns it over. Instead, it's Edwards looking to fly it in for the centering attempt for Mangle. Puck cleared out by the Hokies, and they'll go for a quick line change as well. And flattened onto the ice. Very physical so far as Ethan came in by Leighton Walsh at the near left dot in the neutral zone. And we're going to have our first penalty of the game, and that's going to come against Leighton Walsh. And he's having a talk to the referee. It looks like it's going to be it's because he elbowed too high up onto the face. So the first special teams opportunity for either team in the night so far with 15:08 on the clock. Virginia Tech has the power play, and they win the face-off in the offensive zone. Crash into the ice hard is landing and pressure by a few Tar Heels. It's in the far left corner. Still loose. Virginia Tech looking to set up the power play here. And instead, backhanding it out of their own zone is Ben Edwards all the way down the ice. Giving chase is Zach Mangle into the near right corner. And instead, Rocco Salvato, the captain, leads it up the ice. Now here comes Theo Lanigan on the near side. And offsides is called by the far linesman on Virginia Tech, looking to set up in the zone on the power play with a minute 30 left here on the first man advantage or in penalty kill from either team tonight, Chris. North Carolina wins the face-off and successfully clears the zone for the second straight time, and Virginia Tech will come all the way back around and look to set up for once here on their power play. No shots on goal registered yet by the Hokies, with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining on Tech's first man advantage. And once again, North Carolina has been successful in clearing the puck all the way back down as McAfee will corral and Joey Mullen brings in a few fresh skaters for the Hokies. Cameron Kazai up the far ice. Deeks his way back into the middle circle. Gains the zone, walks in, loses the puck, and said it's corralled back up by Barrett Lunder. At the point, he walks the line, hands it off to his right. A shot on net there from Peduzzi, and it's gloved down by Hughes as we've got a little bit of a scrimmage coming on right in front of the ice. With 38 seconds, 13:46 remaining here in this first period. Still 0-0 here in the Lancerlot Ice Complex here in Vinton, Virginia. And it's mostly a packed house tonight. Bleachers on either side are full, and it's standing room only up here on the top deck, and a lot of people have come out, a lot of North Carolina alumni And even current students have come to support their hockey team that is currently ranked number 17 in all of ACHA, Virginia Tech unranked, and this Premier Division showdown. 15 seconds remaining on the Virginia Tech power play. Only one shot registered so far for the Hokies. The Tar Heels have done a great job at neutralizing any attempts for Virginia Tech to even gain their offensive zone, as 5 seconds now winding down. And once again, it's Zaja clearing in to the North Carolina zone. Exits the box comes Leighton Walsh, and North Carolina successfully killed the first power play of either team tonight. Garlock fires in from the red line. No icing is called. Giving chase is Cube. Puck comes out loose right in front. Going down for it off of the right blocker is Hughes. And Cube pressures Gleason to look to clear the zone. And it's getting a little chippy here, as we've already had a scrum right into the front face of Joel Hughes. I don't think the Hokies really like that elbow being thrown by Leighton. No offsides is called, as diving for the puck there was Thronson. And here comes Virginia Tech. Near side comes Meduzzi. Wrister on the way. It's blocked out in front. Joel Hughes gets down and sweeps it off to his left. Exiting the zone quickly now with speed is Gilligan. Gilligan on his backhand looks to crowd for the forehand out in front. No good. Great defensive stop there by Grant Gustafson, the junior defenseman from Alexandria, Virginia. Key can't get a tap on the stick of it. Instead, it's Dean Hrin leading it up for Virginia Tech. Puck still loose right in front of the Virginia Tech bench. Gustafson comes up from his spot to play it. And here comes Veneri. Cross ice pass for Hrin, still in the Virginia Tech zone. And up the ice comes Rocco Salvato. He's got a trailer with him. And Marshall Campbell, the shot on net, no good. And Joel Hughes has been sharp so far. Virginia Tech, the ice certainly tilted in their favor, looking to make it the other way. It comes Chandler Katsios, and we're going to have a penalty called here. Virginia Tech will go to the penalty kill for the first time tonight. And that will be Barrett Lunder going to the sin bin for the Hokies. And once again, it's going to be a roughing call on either side. So a power play opportunity for the first time for North Carolina due to a roughing on Virginia Tech's Barrett Lunder. Second penalty call tonight, first against Virginia Tech. Both have been roughing. So with 11-18, North Carolina wins the faceoff and looks to break the ice here. Still 0-0 is our score. Near circle and a shot by O'Shaughnessy is paddled aside by Key. Virginia Tech successfully clears, and Evan Dutil will fire it down straight on Joel Hughes. He'll sweep it to his right. And North Carolina will look to reset with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go on their man advantage. Dutil gives chase. Foster at the far point. Cross ice O'Shaughnessy to the near side. Comes to the right circle and attempts to get it right back to the captain of the Tar Heels, Henry Foster, the senior forward out of Darien, Connecticut. And instead, a lousy pass was made, and so North Carolina has to clear the zone and come right back in. And once again, on the far side, a great penalty kill effort so far by Virginia Tech. No real opportunities allowed by North Carolina, as Gavin Peduzzi with a massive crunching hit on Matt Grady, keeping that forecheck alive here with 50 seconds remaining on North Carolina's first man advantage of the night.
I think I'm back, Nels. I think I'm back.
You're back?
I think I might. Let's see. Technical difficulties. First game back.
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I know this is a big matchup for either fan where you're at. Let us know where you're watching from across the United States, whether that's on the East Coast, Central Time Zone, West Coast, hey, even international. We had a few players go international for Virginia Tech. As O'Shaughnessy rips a shot, still loose out in front. Puck attempted to be cleared by Cameron Kazai. Applies the pressure still. And with 20 seconds left, another shot comes in, screens out in front of traffic. Keenan and Seedy got down. That puck skitters wide off the top of the glass. And it's successfully cleared by Virginia Tech with 10 seconds on the penalty. Katsio scans the zone, looks at the center, kick-out save made by Key. Puck still loose, instead it's fired upon back in, and a glove save is made by Key as Glonek shot away from the top of the right circle, and Virginia Tech has successfully killed its first penalty called on them.
And you gotta give credit where credit's
North Carolina's done a great job on their opportunities of screening Ian Key out in front. As another shot here, a slap pass is made, attempted for Carson Rain. Still loose, but the puck is out front. Backhanding, trying to shovel it in front is Mangle. Up to the point, Gleason attempts to keep it in, and instead offsides is called. So the Tar Heels will have to escape the zone and come right back in. Lanigan, slap pass up ice for Campbell. Lanigan and Campbell play catch, and Lanigan will sweep it in. Nobody was home, and here comes Ryan and the Tar Heels. It's getting heavy out here with a lot of these hits. Neither of these teams like each other, Chris.
Nah, they're rivals for a reason, as that shot goes over Hughes' head.
Gustafson, a one-timer from the far right point, and Hughes easily gets down to make that save off the right pad. North Carolina in transition. Gustafson fires it back in from the face-off circle. With 8:15 on the clock here in the Lancelot Ice Complex, still 0-0 on the board. Nothing here between the Hokies of Virginia Tech and the 17th ranked Tar Heels of North Carolina. Katsios drops off for White on the near circle, and we're going to have a tripping penalty coming up here against Dean Hrin. Joel Hughes flies off to the North Carolina bench. North Carolina cannot get a sixth attacker on in time.
Yeah, Dean Ahern just got the skates of a Tar Heel, heads to the bench, and we'll have another power play coming up for the Tar Heels.
A tripping call is made by Dean Hrin. And so North Carolina will go back onto the man advantage for the first time in a few minutes. 0 for 1 on their only power play, but they did have a few good opportunities shot-wise. With 8:01 separating us between first intermission here in Vinton, Virginia, Virginia Tech wins the face-off. It's backhanded out of Virginia Tech zone by Cameron Kazai. And North Carolina will look to reset. So far, though, besides a few good opportunities on their first power play coming late, though, Chris, Virginia Tech has done a pretty good job at neutralizing any threats of this North Carolina power play.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, North Carolina is coming to this game hot on a 4-game win streak. They've got the momentum, especially with this offensive line of Shaughnessy, Grady, and Foster, as I mentioned before. It's been a great job by the Hokies defense, especially Ian Key, just locking it down on that side and not letting the Tar Heels take the advantage early.
So the puck came out into play. Fortunately, nobody is injured. Virginia Tech won the face-off, and Peduzzi fires it into North Carolina's zone. And the captain, Henry Foster, will skate a few circles and lead it up ice for the Tar Heels. O'Shaughnessy drops it off for Cowber at the near circle. Looking to go into the bumper slot. O'Shaughnessy got it on his forehand, tries to go roof. Puck still inside in front, and they score! North Carolina strikes first. And it's 1-0 Tar Heels. Patrick Peltola with the first goal of the night. That's his second goal of the season. He's got 8 points. And with 7:26 remaining here in the first period, North Carolina has struck first.
It was on the power play too, but it was just a little mess in front of the front. Peltola just buried it away, and the Tar Heels are up early. Something that Virginia Tech does not want, but they're going to have to come back and even this thing up.
A broken play right out in the front of Ian Key, who's posting a .913 save percentage so far this season. And taking advantage is the Tar Heels on their second power play opportunity. They make sure they don't miss any chances when power plays can especially come so rare in feisty games like these. Usually, referees will want to swallow their whistles a little bit and let the boys play, but so far it's been clean with what's been called. As icing is called on North Carolina with under 7 minutes to play, now Lanigan got there first, and we'll go all the way back down to the left of the ice. It's been a good game so far. Virginia Tech, well, rather at first it was North Carolina tilting the ice in their favor in the first 3 minutes. Then Virginia Tech had a few chances, and then after those last two power plays, within about a minute or two of each other, North Carolina has really tilted the ice back in their favor, Chris.
Yeah, it's kind of like a seesaw. But, I mean, North Carolina has the advantage right now. The Hokies really haven't had that many chances besides the few, like you mentioned before, early on in the period. So the Hokies are going to need to get something done on the offensive front. It's just that they're just getting nothing done on the forecheck either for this good North Carolina team.
Puck sent all the way in by North Carolina. Looking at change, no icing is called. Tommy Conrad will bank the puck off the board on the near side. No icing still, as North Carolina will lead up the ice. Instead, it's batted down. No, entering the zone now after a broken play there is Katsios. Katsios to the far circle, to the point for Edwards. Blocked out in front. Still inside. Edwards curls the puck. Forehand, backhand. Deeks inside to the middle between the rings.
There goes I lost a stick. He's got to go get it.
And fortunately, Grant Gustafson, the junior defenseman, is there. Gustafson applies the brakes, feeling some pressure from Katsios. And instead, it's sent out by Conrad. Puck fired all the way down. Hughes comes out of his net to his left, near the edge of the trapezoid.
Probably one of the easier saves of his career.
Most certainly. And so the face-off will come on the far circle and to the right of Joel Hughes.
Yeah, but the Hokies aren't generating hard shots. I think that's the thing so far for this offense. I mean, they're trying to get the puck to the net. It's either just hitting off of a body or just a weak shot in general. The Hokies just gotta dial something up, as that one right there is gonna be covered up by Key.
Yeah, they're really trying to just muck it up and look for those second chances. Nothing pretty, you know, especially in games like these when players are going to be so physical and no chances are ever going to be guaranteed.
Yeah, I went to practice on Wednesday, and they were working on getting to the net with the puck as well, like one-on-one defending in front of the net. But I mean, we haven't seen anything here. It's just been hard for the Hokies to generate offense.
As we'll have another icing called here in North Carolina with 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. North Carolina struck first just under 8 minutes in, as that was Patrick Peltola. His second goal of the season, and the Pori Finland product puts Carolina up on top by a score of 1-0 here. If you're just joining us, and again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We know the camera is out. Chris Pierce is looking to fix it as I speak right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, our videographer isn't here tonight, so trying my hardest. I'm not a tech wizard, but I'm trying.
Of course, when your producer is not in town and you have to figure things out your own, of course, something just goes wrong, right?
Yeah, it's always something, right? No,
It's always something. Ryan has it at the near circle in the Tar Heels' zone, looking to clear it up ice for Zachary Mangle. Instead, it's broken up, and here comes Garlock. Looking for a centering try, instead falling to the ground was Ethan Kamen. Another shot came from the point from Kevin McAfee. Puck still loose out in front behind the net. Garlock giving chase. And North Carolina neutralized. Instead, a turnover here. Or rather, would have been a grade A opportunity for Ethan Kamen. But his eyes were not up. Quickly in transition is Edwards. Looking for the centering try. A beautiful play there for Ryan. Just off the tape of the stick. And a few inches away from North Carolina going up 2-0 on Virginia Tech.
I mean, going back earlier with that opportunity with Garlock, he was centering for Kamen, but Kamen just fell down. Fortunately, just couldn't get to the bucket. And on the other end, Ryan just couldn't deliver for the Tar Heels. So both missed opportunities there for both teams.
Vineri and Salvano give chase on Spencer Haskell. About 5 Tar Heels and Hokies altogether as Vineri comes over the point. A shot just goes off the top of the crossbar. Matt Vineri was looking for his third goal of the season right at the top of the circles. Instead, that one just went off the crossbar. Had it been a few inches down to the left, Joel Hughes would not have had a chance on that shot there. What a wrister from Vineri.
Yeah, just, again, bad luck here for the Hokies early. That one going off the crossbar.
Face-off comes to the near right circle, the neutral zone, as face-off is won by North Carolina. We got a broken stick down in the ice. Nick France giving chase, playing in his first game so far this season.
Yeah, that was Lanigan's stick that broke. He'll go to the bench and get a new one. Gets thrown at by his teammates on the bench. It's kind of funny to see.
North Carolina bench wants a high stick. They won't get it with 3 minutes and 15 seconds separating us and first intermission here from Vinton, Virginia, as here come the Tar Heels on a breakaway chance. Shot in, fought off by Key. Puck still loose out in front, and a great opportunity here by Matt Grady. Puck skitters all the way back to the ice. It'll come to the front of Joel Hughes. He'll cover and mill. Instead, he'll swipe it to the side for Ben Edwards, who's being chased by Evan Dutil. I'm not sure why Joel Hughes didn't just cover that puck up right there, especially with Dutil so close.
I know, he kind of slid it to Edwards there with Dutil, like you said, closing in. Kind of a risky play, but it pays off in the end. So.
Hughes just goes to a little bit to his right, and Kazai loses his stick, looks to kick it out in the middle. Fell to the ground hard, no penalty call. Fans wanted a trip, they won't get it. And here comes Foster of the Tar Heels on the right side. Cross-size pass, looking for the second chance opportunity, and they score! Matt Grady off of a beautiful feed from Foster, and it is 2-0 North Carolina with 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
They're just banking on those 2-on-1 opportunities. I mean, before you had Grady and O'Shaughnessy, Grady took it for himself. Now this time around you have Grady and Foster, and Foster passes it off to Grady, and Grady just delivers and puts the Tar Heels up now by 2.
Matt Grady with his 11th goal of the season. That's near the top of the charts on the Tar Heels' squad, as this puck is offsides for Virginia Tech. Instead, they have to exit the zone, and once again, North Carolina looks to strike for their 3rd goal of the first period. And that goal came just a little under 2 minutes and 30 seconds in to this first period here in Vinton, Virginia. The Hokies have gotten some good looks, though, Chris.
They have, but I'm afraid they might go back on the penalty kill. I'm not sure. No, it's going to be offsides. Look like that shove from behind by Kazai. It might have drawn a penalty, but in the end, it might have just been offsides on the Hokies.
Peduzzi wins the face-off on the top left circle in the neutral zone. Gleason behind Hughes, and the net comes out of its pipe as it looked like Florian Zajic shoved a Hokie down to the ice. I'm not sure who that was, as Hughes was covering. So we're going to reset here. Face-off will come inside of North Carolina's zone. With 1 minute and 56 seconds left here in this first intermission. And Zajic's going to go to the penalty box.
Yeah, it'll be a power play for the Hokies. I think it was Zajic and Kazai getting tangled up behind the net, behind Hughes. Zajic drawing the penalty.
So the Hokies will look to cut the Tar Heels' lead in half as they lose the first face-off as North Carolina clears. With 1 minute 50 remaining here in this first period.
Yeah, interesting to see the Hokies have all their 5 skaters are all forwards. Not one defender out there.
As Evan Dutil gains his own, Kazai comes in. The lefty 4. Looking up top for a pass is Peduzzi. That hits traffic out in front, and Peduzzi corrals at the line. He walks it to the point, looks to fly it on in for one-timer, and that puck skitters right through the paint. On the doorstep was Dutil. Behind the net now, and bringing it up top.
That was a golden opportunity there for the Hokies, because I just throwing it towards the net. Just like you said, it skates right across the blue line. Andrew was there, just couldn't get his stick on the puck.
107 remaining here in this first period as Veneri rips one on net. And this puck is cleared all the way back down. Ian Key will collect. He'll backhand as Walsh gets chased for the Tar Heels. And they'll change out a few penalty killers here with 50 seconds remaining on this power play for Virginia Tech. They'll have about 5 seconds carrying over into the second period. They're 0 for 1 so far tonight as they look to set up in their own zone. To the point, it's Salvato. Down low, locking the line is Peduzzi's puck still loose out in front. Hughes looks to cover it. It's still loose. And we're going to have a few pushing and shoving here.
Looks like
but the whistle is eventually blown.
Glonik and Kube getting at it. Glonik giving Kube a little shove there. And just let the boys play, you know? Nobody heading to the box. All season long, the Hokies have struggled on the power play, second to last in the division. It's been their weakness all season long, and it looks like it's going to continue to haunt them to 2024.
30 seconds separates, oh my goodness, Salvato with a crushing hit on Ryan. And a great centering try is made there. And instead, North Carolina will clear all the way down for Ian Key with 20 seconds remaining on the penalty. There will be about 4 or so seconds of carryover on this Virginia Tech power play into the second period as Veneri rips a shot. Rebound still loose out in front. Lanigan crashes the net, and instead Hughes stands tall and remains strong in net for the Tar Heels.
That was a good shot there by Campbell. A little toe drag around the defender, getting it towards the net. Lanigan charging it, unable to get it past Hughes, who's a big body there.
8 7/10 of a second. Face-off coming to near left circle. And firing around all the way to clear is Glonik. Instead, keeping it in is Lanigan, firing on net with the time expiring is Matt Veneri. But the buzzer is sounded, and that is 20 minutes of play done here in Vinton, Virginia, as the number 17 ranked Tar Heels lead Virginia Tech 2-0. And Chris, what did you see out of either team here so far between in play?
I mean, the Tar Heels have been just not dominating entirely, but the chances they've gotten, they've made sure they made the Hokies pay for them. Countless 2-on-1 opportunities. That Grady goal there as an example, and went on the power play. But for the Hokies coming it out of the locker room for the next period, they just got to adjust, get shots towards the net, and hopefully back Ian Key up, who's had a pretty solid day minus those 2 goals.
Great opportunities by either side, but North Carolina capitalizes on 2 as the Tar Heels lead the Hokies 2-0, as about 60 minutes separates us between second period and the first intermission. We'll look to fix that first camera problem. I know we have those technical difficulties, but we're looking to fix it, everybody. We'll be back in just about 15 or so minutes.
And we're back for the start of the second period between the Hokies and the Tar Heels. Tar Heels up 2-0 on the Hokies. Hokies have 3 seconds left on the power play. Welcome back and welcome to live footage. That's over the break. We switched the camera feed for you guys, but Tar Heels will start with the puck at the second period. The Foxer will bring it into the offensive zone. Try to dangle his right towards the net. Key hits it. Puck behind the net. Caleb Turner able to take control of it behind the net. We'll look ahead for you and Andrew. Now puck goes to the neutral zone. Center right will be taken by Zajic. Zajic brings it off the far side board. Kaduzi will take it at center right. Kaduzi waits, tries to get around and shooting that one off the net and out of play.
Yeah, we got live footage now. How about that? We apologize. We realized that unfortunately all of Chris's hard work on the ticker on the bottom that I'm assuming most of you all saw. If not for a black screen, I apologize, but we have live footage, and I'd rather have a live footage rather than an ESPN ticker. As Hughes gloves that down, yeah.
Face-off goes right to Hughes, and we'll have another face-off to the right on the far left side. Power plays over, 5-on-5 hockey. There's a quick power play coming out in the segment for the Hokies. As Boyd comes into the zone, they leave it off, and shooting that one is Gilligan. Be able to save him his chest, puck bounces to the near side corner. Swung around to the far side, Cuba able to clear it, center right. Edwards, pressured by Duto. Let's swing it around the near side. Cuba will take it. Elliott check there. Right from the cover. Boyd will try to lead from Gleason. That puck will trickle down into the Hokie zone. Cuba will swing it around the net for Lanigan. Lanigan. Sophomore will carry it up. Tries to fend off Popola, who has to hit one of the 2 goals to the Tar Heels. Tar Heels will take over. And calling up now. And getting stripped with Marshall Campbell. Good poke check there. Tries to swing around towards the net. That shot there by Salvato, saved by Hughes. We'll have a whistle.
Best opportunity so far by either team. Great job to wheel it around the back of the net and lead it out on front for Salvato. It looked like that got caught and squeezed between the shoulder and chest of Hughes. A great save there by Hughes. He's been sharp all night, and Virginia Tech is hungry for their first goal tonight.
Salvato wins the face-off shot there by Beneri off of the skate. Tar Heels able to clear in the neutral zone. Picked up by Dean Hearn. Hearn hit that one off of the board. Pucker trickle down to the Hokie zone. Conrad will stand up the boards. Campbell will backhand that one in. Carlos switching that one off of the stick of Pitseos. Conrad over to Hearn. Hearn will just swing that one around the net. Hearn able to tip it off the glass. Campbell will take it. Campbell trying to work his way around. That will be behind the net. And back step there by Garlock. That shot there was a weak shot, but it bounced off the pads of Hughes. Carpolo will carry, that Pitseos will carry it up for the Tar Heels. That one will be dumped in. Tar Heels will go for a change. Tar Heels in their Carolina blue uniforms, skating from left to right to left. Virginia Tech in their right home uniforms. That shot by Kamen. I don't think it was a shot. It was more of a pass. First tries to go to the center of the net. That shot there was deflected by Ethan Garlock. Kamen will take cover over. Behind the net now is the puck. Now centering. Off of Zajic, and Zajic will take over. Try to clear it. Stepped in by Kamen. Now over to Mercer. Mercer's failing shot. He picked up and taken by Mango. Mango and back to it. Mango try to work his way around the 6'3" McAfee. Hard to work your way around there. As I will clear it to the neutral zone. Gleason will hand it off to Zajic. Hokies will go for an offensive change. Mango will dump it into the Hokie zone. He will take it. And leave off for McAfee. Naturally up the near side boards it, and through that puck goes in the air. Survive, tries to get the turnover. But he's able to keep it in the zone though. Off base on the right. Foster tries to get it to Grady though. Picked off by Turner. His shot saved by Hughes. He'll leave it for Gleason.
And that's the second time that Hughes has just left out a puck. You know, there was a beginning of the play when Zajic went to the penalty box the first time around. And it's been interesting at the fact that he hasn't really given up any opportunities, or rather he's given opportunities for Virginia Tech instead of just covering and letting it go to a face-off on either circle.
Yeah, a little more than 5 minutes gone by here in the second period. North Carolina up 2-0 on the Hokies. In the first game of 2024 for both teams, you and Andrew have stayed in on the right wing. They shoot that one off the glass, picked up by O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy's got Grady with him, trying to go up into a 2-1. Backhanded by O'Shaughnessy, Key able to cover it up and make the save.
Great play there, made by the alternate captain. It's been the O'Shaughnessy and Grady game for most of this game. Grady obviously with a second goal for the Tar Heels, but I would have liked to see the alternate captain and O'Shaughnessy take that shot right there. I mean, he could have pumped the brakes a little bit, and it was his side. He is a lefty shooter coming down the right alley, but I like the second chance opportunity there, or rather making the extra play for Grady, but fortunately that wasn't the case.
That shot there by Cuvée, saved by Hughes, who was poking that goalpost. 15 minutes exactly left here in the second. Face off kept in the zone. Spencer pulled up by George. That goes all the way down. Jefferson will backhander behind the net. He'll fall down. Able to get it off the Cuvée. He'll swing it back on the near side. Conrad. Flip it to the neutral ice. Edwards. Over to Foster. That one off of the stick. Hit to the near side on the left wing. And that falling down with Gleason. Conrad stick goes flipping in the air. Edwards. Over to Glonick. Glonick shot. That one wide of the net. I think Cuvée may have gotten a piece of it. Glonick once again behind. Shot there by Doig, off the key, sticking out of play. Campbell off in the face-off, tried to clear it, kept in there by the Tar Heels. Turner going on the near side, he'll be able to clear it to the neutral zone. After, feeds it across. Turner now. First throwing it back to neutral ice. Astor on the near side near the penalty box. Will swing it around. Key able to stop the puck. Turner once again behind the net. He'll just swing it back. Astor will take it. That one off of Campbell. Familiar able to try to attempted to take control of the puck in the offensive zone. Salvato, though, will come with it. Valente, backhand that one off of Vanieri's stick behind the net. That throwing pass to Salvato from Campbell couldn't be controlled by Salvato. Puck now at center right. Carver, that shot there from the Stars. Ross will take over. Mateos, down on one knee, able to get it down into the Hokie zone. There, Lunder, deflection will give it off to Lanigan. Lanigan deciding he'll just shoot that one all the way down, and icing will be called. 4:45 left in the second. Nels, the Hokies need something offensively.
They have, and they recognize that. And the main goal of Virginia Tech right now is to look to neutralize North Carolina inside of no man's land, especially right by the red line. They've been really pressuring with their forecheck in the neutral zone. And you saw it there on Haskell on last offensive possession for the Hokies. Two really sloppy clearings because Virginia Tech was able to muck it up, create traffic, create blockages in space, and two good opportunities there by Virginia Tech, and that was because of their strong forecheck.
O'Shaughnessy will have it behind the net, battling with Lunder. O'Shaughnessy will get pinned. Still with it. They're trying to send that one for Grady, and he scores for his second of the game. Beautiful feed from O'Shaughnessy to Grady. And the Tar Heels are up 3-0 on the Hokies.
Turnover there by Virginia Tech in their own defensive zone. Something you never want to do is give it up down low. And I said it at the start of the second period. It's been the O'Shaughnessy and Grady game. Their connection has been strong so far tonight. And as you can see there, O'Shaughnessy kind of like eyes in the back of his head type of pass to Grady. And with that, North Carolina finds himself up 3-0 over Virginia Tech with 12 minutes and 20 seconds here in the second period.
Adam Daughter's squad having a 3-0 lead over the Hokies. Early second period, though, there's still time. Remember the comeback at the lot 1 year ago where the Hokies beat the Tar Heels 7-5, so you can't really count out the Hokies against the Tar Heels. So again, they need to generate offense. Kazai, the phenom rookie, will give up the Andrew. Andrew shot that one wide of Hughes. Peduzzi. Let's tip that one to McAfee. McAfee shot off of the stick of Hughes off the glass on the far side.
That one off the knob of Hughes, it looked like.
Lane will try to keep up with the puck. It'll fall into the stick of McAfee and not be able to get off the skate of Kazai on the way down behind the boards. Kept in by McAfee. McAfee tries to get it off to Kazai. Kazai lost the puck. Kept in by Peduzzi. Peduzzi working his way around. Gets poked there by Foster. Foster. Over to get it to Grady. The first line of the Tar Heels working. These 2 out of their 3 goals so far tonight. Those coming from Grady. Looks still sitting with Shaughnessy on the ground. Is that shot there by Edwards? Saved by Key.
Off of the face-off, Matthew Tulo, his shot off of Glownick. Unable to be clear, puck's at the blue line. Shot there. Edwards able to clear it to the far side. Edwards up to Doig on the near side. Doig skating across center ice. Lanigan now will try to clear it. Kept in there by Glownick. There's going to be a whistle. Lanigan falls down to the ice. And we'll have a penalty coming up against North Carolina. Looks like Glownick will head to the box for 2 minutes. So a power play for the Hokies. They're 0 for 2 tonight. Banking on one here, Nels.
You certainly have to be, especially for head coach Joey Mullen. I mean, you have to understand that goals aren't going to come easy tonight. You're without Dominic Santos, you've got 8 goals on the year. Griffin Mudge has 6. Daniel Gelman has 6. So you're missing a lot of your offensive production. And while this game certainly isn't lost yet, you're really wishing that these guys are out here on the ice and Vinton. But it's the next man up mentality. If you can't, someone else has to step up. And it's certainly looking to get one here on the power play.
Oh, Hokies going the power play. Lanigan slides it across ice. Shooting that one is Campbell off of the glass. Excuse me, that was Venieri. So Lanigan, Venieri, Campbell, as well as Salvato and McAfee out there for the Hokies. Campbell off of the near side boards to Lanigan. At the top, goes to the slot. His shot. They're blocked by Gleason. Unable to clear. Eventually kept in by McAfee off of his skate. Another shot there trying to clear was Gleason. Eventually does. They'll be off of the bench, out of play, and we'll have a whistle. Salvato and Baglio will take the faceoff just outside the UNC zone. It'll be offsides on the Hokies. Campbell crossing the line before Venieri, and we'll have another whistle, same faceoff spot.
Best opportunity so far in the second period had to come from Theo Lanigan, showing off the dangles, going forehand, backhand, inside the middle of the slot. You don't usually see that out of a sophomore defenseman, but shows the confidence he has and really showing off the skill of his game.
Campbell's pass intended for Salvato. That one trickled off of his stick. Lanigan now, he's shooting. That one tipped behind the net. That was off of Campbell's stick. Veneri now will give it down on the low side to Salvato. Salvato working his way. He tries to cut in front of the net. Able to be clear by Mango, who gets hit by Lanigan, and that's going to draw a penalty on the Hokies. And allow some 4-on-4 action here with 52 seconds left on, well, we'll have 4-on-4 for 52 seconds with 9:06 remaining here in the second. So,
There'll be an interference call called on Theo Lanigan.
So wasted power play for the Hokies. They'll be 0 for 3. UNC will be on the power play for 1 minute and 8 seconds after Glownick comes out of the box. So a 4-on-4 action. O'Shaughnessy will take the faceoff against Kazai. Faceoff will go to the near side corner. Kazai will shoot that one all the way down. Hughes comes out of his crease, so no icing on the call. Shaughnessy will take it ahead. He'll give it up for Gilligan. Gilligan slops, shoots that one just over the right shoulder of Key. Ewan Andrew will take it. The rookie who's impressed, he'll give it to Paduzzi. Paduzzi tries to feed it to Kazai. And hustling now, trying to get a 2-on-1. It's Gilligan. Gilligan, the shot is Shaughnessy gets it past Key! UNC up 4-0 on the Hokies. And once again, nails that first line, strikes again, this time O'Shaughnessy.
O'Shaughnessy has been everywhere all over the ice tonight, him and Matt Grady especially, but my goodness, what a goal there. I mean, you have to take advantage of any second chance opportunities. O'Shaughnessy was right there at the front of the doorstep in front of UNC, who's really been left out to dry tonight by Virginia Tech. I mean, missing a lot of offensive production, right? I mentioned it earlier. No Delman, 8 goals. No Mudge, 6 goals. No Fantozzi, 8 goals. But it's been tough tonight for UNC. He's got to keep his head up, and Virginia Tech's looking for some offensive production here.
Yeah,
8
so
minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
yeah, we'll still have 4-on-4 for another 5 seconds before Galena comes out of the box, and there'll be another whistle as Foster spins and falls down. But yeah, that's O'Shaughnessy has been doing everything for this UNC offense. Leads the team in goals now with 15 on the season, 23 points, as well as 3 power play goals. That one coming on a 4-on-4 opportunity as that face-off will be taken behind the net. Glownick gets to the Foster. Glownick will come out of the box. Foster, the captain, will direct his team, and he'll skate up with it. Cross into the neutral zone. He'll feed it off to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy, the recent goal scorer. Good poke there by Tulo. Grady at center ice. We'll give it over to Cobber. Cobber looking. He'll bank that one off of the far side wall. Turner, the first one to get there. He'll backhand that one and clear the zone. UNC still on the power play. 25 seconds left. Foster will try to work his way around Tulo. Good D there to waste some more time off the clock. 15 seconds now. Grady will skate up with it into the zone. He'll feed it to Patola, who has a goal tonight. That one clear down, and Lanigan will come out of the box. 5 seconds left. We'll have 5-on-5 hockey now as Lanigan will come out of the box. Foster will take it. Lanigan will sprint towards the bench. He'll get a change for him. Zajic will carry it up for the Tar Heels. Zajic entering on the near side. He's hit there by McAfee. Regrouping now to O'Shaughnessy. He'll give it to Zajic. Puck goes to center ice. Campbell will take it. He'll now venture to the far left side. Into the Tar Heel zone. Campbell, he'll lose the puck. Leeson able to clear it, at least to the neutral zone. Conrad now. He'll just flick that one in. Lovato reads that pass off the boards. He'll enter the zone. His shot there, saved by Hughes. No rebound this time. Hughes covers it up. $4-0 UNC, 6:22 left here in the second period. Coach Mullen sending out his 4th line. Mercer, excuse me, that's not Mercer, that's Kamen. It'll be Dean Hearn now. He'll give it over to Garlock. He'll have it poked away from him on the near side. He'll go into the Tar Heel zone. Garlock tries to center it. Falling down was Kamen in front of the net. Lonick will take it. Lonick with 5:54 left here in the second. 4-0 Tar Heels. Edwards. Cross ice to Vaglia. We'll leave it for Rain. Rain has it hit the way. Falling down there was Hokie. That pass. 10 for Rain. His shot. That one way wide of the net to the near side corner. Vaglia now. He'll get it to the point with Edwards. Edwards will just back that one out. He'll play. We'll have a whistle. Good crowd on hand tonight. And the Hokies' first game back in the new year. It's a mix of Tar Heel and Hokies fans. Face-off controlled by Andrew. He'll just dump it in behind the net. Hughes will take it. Haskell swinging around the far side boards. Been taken by Coach Sayos. That one poked away by Lanigan, though. Right there to pick it back up with Leighton Walsh. Leighton Walsh trying to center in that one off of a Hokie. Able to be taken by center right side here in Andrew. He's trying to get the Kazai. Kazai shot! That one saved by Hughes as Kazai falls down. A great opportunity by the Hokies failed yet once again, Nils.
Yeah, Joel Hughes has been excellent tonight. It was a great opportunity there by Cameron Kazai. But Joel Hughes, using his size of 6'4", 230, really taking up a lot of space in that net and swallowing any opportunities that Hokies have had their way.
Lunder now will take it. He'll get it behind the boards of Paduzzi. Paduzzi trying to work his way around Haskell. Haskell able to take it to the point with Lunder. Lunder, that shot way wide of Hughes. Puck goes back to the right point. Off of the boards to Paduzzi. Paduzzi cross ice to Lanigan. Lanigan shot! That one missed. Lunder will skip it to Paduzzi on the near side. Paduzzi enters the zone. He'll feed it across for Kube. Kube loses track of the puck, able to keep it. He'll backhand that one. No one home except of Cobber of UNC. Teo Lanigan. Oh, shoot that one to center ice by the red line. Tulo will send it in. Glonick finding a cherry picking Gleason. Shooting that one and it's in! Excuse me, that was Gilligan from Gleason. Tar Heels now pouring it on in Vinton, 5-0.
Yeah, heads up there, play made by Tommy Gilligan. He caught Virginia Tech on the line change, cherry picking at the blue line. Tar Heels recognized that pass. Gilligan used his speed to gain the zone, and it was a one-on-one opportunity there against Keene. He went 5-hole right down under. Make it 5-0. Great heads-up play there by Tommy Gilligan.
Ian Key having a hard night in net for the Hokies. As that shot there, it would be patted aside. But the Tar Heels keep adding pressure on. McAfee able to take it. McAfee just coming back from Europe this past week. As that shot patted aside by Hughes. He falls down. Shot there. That's from McAfee. Goes wide of the net. Another tip drill. Tulo couldn't bury it. As Devin Doodle will take care of it. He'll give it to the point to Turner. Turner's shot. That bounces off some people. It will be taken by Doy. He'll just flip it and clear it. 3:05 left here in the second period. 5-0 Tar Heels off the recent goal by Gilligan. UNC going into this game have won 4 in a row. And they've averaged 5 goals a game during that win streak, as that one's offsides. Conrad tried to keep it in.
There's been no regression to the mean. I mean, the mean has been 5 goals a game so far.
It's 5-0.
We've reached 5 so far.
Hokies, on the other hand, have won 5 of the last 6, including 3 in a row. Their last game, Nils, which you called a 13-2 win over George Washington.
That was a lot more offensive output that game than tonight, but
And the Hokies are missing some key starters tonight. Griffin Mudge, Don Fantozzi, Daniel Gelman, the Swiss Missile, as they call him. So they're missing some guys due to injuries, as a big hit delivered by Venieri loses his stick on Grady. Hokies getting physical here. As here comes Garlock, Ethan Garlock, the freshman, tries to make a move around, tries to shoot it, poked away by O'Shaughnessy. Good defensive player there to get to the back check. Henry Foster will bring it up. Foster enters his zone, weaves his way through. Lunder able to hick his way and come up. He'll be pushed away by Glonick. Edwards will swing it around the near side. Lanigan over to Kamen. Picked up by Mercer. Mercer able to get it to Garlock. Garlock tries to saucer ahead for Kamen. He couldn't deliver. Lanigan able to keep it in the zone. Glonick behind the net. He'll rip it. 1:19 remaining. Grady falls down. Puck will be sent to the Hokie zone. Bear Lunder will take it. Lunder. Ball across the blue line, off the glass and into the Tar Heel zone. Mangle. UNC now pushing ahead. Mangle will try to weave his way through. Key there blocking the post. No whistle yet. Puck still loose. McAfee off of the glass, kept in by Haskell. Haskell at the point, sent it behind the net for Mangle. Mangle tries to center it for White, that one over his head. And now Kazai, the electrifying rookie. Kazai walks in, tries to shoot it, poke checked away by Hughes. Another shot by Kazai. Great play there by Joel Hughes, the veteran, getting it done. Turner to Kazai. There's going to be a penalty coming up against North Carolina.
and it's going to be an interference call. And it looks like it's going to be coming against Cameron Thronson, pardon me.
So Hokies will go on the power play for 19.2 seconds left. They'll have some of the rest of this period and some of next period to get it done.
It'll be about a minute 40 carrying over for the Hokies in the third period. As time is winding down here in the second period.
It'll be Eric Thronson heading to the box. There's 10 seconds left. Another hard hit there from the Hokies. Zoodle will just take care of it. See if the Hokies might want to consider taking a push. He'll just flick it into the zone, and that will conclude the second period. The Tar Heels, after scoring 2 in the first, score 3 in the second. The Hokies have the power play. Nels, what do the Hokies need to do to at least climb slowly back into this game with 1 period remaining?
I think the most important thing is definitely the fact that they need to screen Joel Hughes. Hughes is massive. He's 6'4", 230. He's taking up a lot of space in that net, and there also haven't been many second chance opportunities. If you get a screen right in front of Hughes and you're able to get a blocker out in front or any sort of player that takes away the eyes of the goaltender, you're going to find a lot more success getting the puck past the red line on those pipes. But so far, North Carolina's defense has done an amazing job in ensuring that there's not many second chance opportunities, and that's one of the main reasons why Virginia Tech is down 5-0. And the other reason is because there isn't really much offense, and the fact that there is a lot of key players missing. I mean, you got Dominic Fantozzi, the alternate captain. He's got 8 goals on the season, 8 assists as well. He's out tonight. Griffin Mudge, the other alternate, 17 points, 6 goals. He's out tonight. Daniel Gelman, the Swiss Missile, as you mentioned, 6 goals. He's out tonight as well. So Virginia Tech missing a lot of their key offensive partners who would make those opportunities, but got to find the next man up opportunity if you're a young player on this Hokie squad, and that's mainly what Cameron Kazai has done so far tonight, Chris.
Well, 2 periods down, 20 minutes to go. We'll be back here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. It's the UNC Tar Heels 5, Virginia Tech nothing. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to Vinton, Virginia at the Lancerlot Sports Complex here, as Virginia Tech is currently down 5-0 to the 17th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. It's been all UNC. It was Peltia, Grady, O'Shaughnessy, and Gilligan. And O'Shaughnessy's already having himself a 3-point night, 2 assists, 1 goal. Virginia Tech's got 20 minutes to find a miracle here and look to either win it or send it to overtime, but they're going to need 5 goals. And the Hokies are without their 5 leading goal scorers, and Daniel Gelman, as well as Dominique Fantozzi and Griffin Mudge, who are unavailable tonight. So it'll have to be some unsung heroes and unheard names for Virginia Tech as we are underway from the third period. Immediately coming up the ice now is Foster for North Carolina. Defended well by McAfee, and the Hokies will lead it up the ice the other way. Vineri on the far side whips it around the boards. And Hearn sends it back all the way down as Campbell will collect as Ian Key taps it towards the tape of Marshall Campbell, who drops it off for Kevin McAfee, leads it onto the near side for Matt Vineri, who's crunched hard to the boards by Foster. Puck is cleared all the way down by Jack Gleason into the Virginia Tech zone. No icing is called as it hit the tape of a stick somewhere after the red line, and here comes the Hokies of Dean Hearn. Across the red line, walks into the North Carolina zone, goes to the near circle, looks to pass it back to Marshall Campbell. Instead, that's intercepted by the Tar Heels as Peltola shot whips wide out in front, and this puck will be cleared all the way back down by North Carolina. No icing is called. Caleb Turner with the puck on the backhand pass up to Cam Kazai, who's had some pretty good looks tonight so far, but nothing has fallen behind Joel Hughes, who's looked sharp so far. He's made about 20 or so saves, I'd say. Unfortunately, we don't have any real statistics here. We don't have a scorekeeper, folks. If you would like to be, hit us up on the Virginia Tech Ice Hockey Twitter account, and we will gladly take any positions, no matter the experience. Cam Kazai looks to clear the zone. Instead, North Carolina got a tape on that, and he leads too far up the ice for Andrew, behind the net of Joel Hughes. Cobber, Peduzzi now to Kazai for inside for Peduzzi, and the puck goes wide. Cobber chasing after, tangles up with Conrad, and UNC will backhand as Cobber as well as Ben Edwards lead it up the ice for the Tar Heels. Comes to the net of Key, he pokes it aside, turning onto the brakes behind the net of Key is Barrett Lunder going right to left. Cross ice, the D-men of Glonek come together, and Cobber's coming up the near side with Edwards. That was Kostic out in front. Drop off for Rockwell. And Glonek's got it at the half board. To the point, Haskell looking for a slap pass. Instead, Walsh gets a handle on it as the puck escapes the zone. We have a goaltender change, actually. It's Shane Cook in net. It was Ian Key before, but he has been pulled now for the second period for Shane Cook. Key led in all 5 goals for Virginia Tech he was accredited for, as an up-the-ice pass for Conrad, that was Tulo, was intercepted, and North Carolina will lead the change up ice. Ryan for Hearn, chasing after it hard as well as Mangle. And a smothering hit is made there by Kevin McAfee on Michael Vaglia. As coming into the zone quickly and crashing down hard was Virginia Tech's Dutil. And we're going to have the face-off coming to the near circle. We got some Virginia Tech trivia now as we await the puck drop of this face-off in 2023. The Hokies, led by junior Ian Key, shut out the Rowan Profs 4-0. Before that point, when was the last time the Hokies shut out an opponent? I'll say it again. Last season in 2020-23, Tech, led by junior Ian Key, shut up the Rowan Profs 4-0. Before that moment, when was the last time the Hokies had shut out an opponent? We'll let you know right about the 8-minute mark here in this third period. If you guess it correctly, you will not get an actual prize, but we will shout you out in the chat. And I saw a few people as well say they're from Jersey, Wyoming, even in North Carolina. As the puck set out in front, near side. And Kube nearly put Tech's first goal up on the board. He sent it just a few feet high of Hughes.
and Tech remains scoreless. But again, I saw some jerseys, I saw Virginia, I saw North Carolina, Wyoming. It's great to see the folks, even if you're rooting for the Tar Heel Blue, here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network, showing out on the YouTube channel. Virginia Tech will look to clear their own defensive zone. Instead, it's kept in by Matt Grady. Behind Cook now, it's Lunder. Loses a handle on it for Turner on the near board. And Virginia Tech will look to escape as North Carolina is attempting a very heavy forecheck. The puck swatted back into the Virginia Tech zone by Ben Edwards at the blue line. It's still onside. Crashing down out of the net is Grady, and Shane Cook will cover. And we've got some pushing and shoving going on right at the doorstep of Shane Cook for Ian Key. But the whistle is blown with 15-13 remaining here in the third period in Vinton at the Lancelot Sports Complex. North Carolina, 17th ranked North Carolina in the ACHA Premier Division, leading Virginia Tech 5-0. It's been all Tar Heels so far tonight. Face-off coming at the blue dot right in front of Virginia Tech's bench is won by North Carolina as they fire it into Virginia Tech zone. Gustafson at the half board turns it over, and Rister on the way there from O'Shaughnessy. That's cleared aside by Shane Cook to his right. Puck skitters back up to the point, kept in by Ben Edwards. Down low, coming inside is O'Shaughnessy. Back up top for Edwards, a slap shot. Rister, he scores! Off the deflection from Pat O'Shaughnessy, who has his second goal of the night. A tip-in from Pat O'Shaughnessy there from Ben Edwards makes it 6-0 Tar Heels. Time of the goal, 5:14 into the third period. And it looked more of a saucer pass than a shot by Ben Edwards, but it's a tip drill. And it went up, down, and up again over the left pad of Shane Cook, who lets in his first goal of the night. And North Carolina extends their lead to 6. Campbell sends it ahead for Rocco Salvato. He gives chase, attempts to sweep one to the front of the net. That is knocked aside. Kept alive in by Marshall Campbell. He risks one, and that goes off for the left blocker of Hughes. Rebound attempt. He's got it. Centering a try for Salvato. Won't go. McAfee comes down hard from the point. Another attempt out in front, and Hughes sweeps it aside. Now up the ice, come the other way. It's Gilligan looking ahead for Peltola, and it said that puck was knocked away by a few Hokies out in front defending hard for Cook. McAfee with the spinorama leading it ahead for Ewan Andrew. Hughes attempts to fire it off the half board. Instead, Andrew was right there, but he swats away at open air. Virginia Tech looking to set up in the offensive zone. One-timer on the way from Dean Hearn, just skitters wide of Joel Hughes, and this puck will clear all the way down out of the UNC zone into Virginia Tech territory. Theo Lanigan will put some tape on that puck, and icing is called with 13:38 remaining in the third period, and this face-off will come to the near circle to the right of Joel Hughes, who's standing tall, literally and figuratively tonight. He's not let in a single Virginia Tech goal. The 6'4", 230 goaltender has not. And it's certainly frustrating for the Hokies, who at least want to walk out of here tonight with one goal on the board. They will play UNC tomorrow night in Chapel Hill. It's a home-and-home between these two Premier Division rivals. At the red line, Peduzzi defended well there by Thronson, and Peduzzi's getting a few sticks in the face of Thronson as they share pleasantries. At the red line, sent in by Andrew. Puck goes all the way around as Peduzzi, another hard hit on Eric Thronson. I'm sure those two will have a nice chat after the game, as chasing after the puck right behind Cook is Cobber. Cobber loses a handle on it. Lanigan up at the lefty comes up for Kazai, too far out of the reach of the freshman. And Peduzzi, another hard hit. This time it's on Katsios, and we're going to have a whistle blown. And it looks like Cam Kazai will be heading to the box for Virginia Tech. A cross-check, it looked like a cross-check up high for Zajic near the neck area. And so he will go to the box, it appears, for interference, and we're going to have a 2-minute penalty. Fourth power play of the night for North Carolina. They've capitalized on 2 so far, and they want to make it 7-0 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds separating us and the final whistle here tonight from Vinton. North Carolina wins the faceoff and sets up in their own zone. To the point, Foster. One-timer on the way. That swept save made by Cook. Rebound still loose. And into the near corner now goes O'Shaughnessy. Back up Foster. Slap pass to his left for Grady. And that puck goes wide off of the top of the board. And it will fall out and into the neutral zone, back into North Carolina zone. And Foster will have to lead it back in. The captain does for North Carolina. To the near side now. Drops it off for O'Shaughnessy, who's got Cobber next to him. He gains the zone cleanly. Around the world now goes O'Shaughnessy. The lefty protects the stick. Back up top for Foster. Walks the line. Left side, Grady. To the top circle. Back up top for Foster. Down low to Grady at the far circle. Looks for a centering try to Peltola. Instead he's pressured there by Tulo, who looks to center. He can't. Grady ends up with it on his stick again at GLE. He waltzes and looks to send it to the point for Foster. And instead that puck is wiped aside by Tulo. And so with 49 seconds left on this power play and the fourth man advantage of the night for North Carolina, they have to gain the zone again, as Grady does at the near circle. Instead, Salvato looks to clear. He can't. Big shot on Klonek. Ends up onto the stick of Dean Hearn on the red dot of the left faceoff circle in Virginia Tech zone. And they'll clear once more with 25 seconds remaining in the fourth power play and advantage opportunity for the Tar Heels. Glonek with a wrister on the way. He gains his zone. Cook can't flag it down, and instead it's whipped around the glass from McAfee. Attempting to keep it in was Thomas Gilligan. He nearly got it off of his shoulder. Instead, it sends all the way down for Gleason, and Joel Hughes will put some beaver tail on the ice, letting his Tar Heel friends know that this power play is over. His gaining line is Gleason, swept aside by Shane Cook, who settled in after letting a goal in early here in this third period, coming in relief of Ian Key. Cherry picking was Cam Kazai, but the puck and connection could not be made there by the Hokies. 10 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here. Great forecheck there by Rocco Salvato. Poked the puck away, knifed it aside, and coming in is Cam Kazai. Run alone is Salvato. Rebound. No, it goes just wide. Rocco Salvato with probably the best chance of the night for Virginia Tech. And that puck was a few feet wide. Between the legs again comes Salvato to the doorstep. And we're going to have another penalty coming. And it's going to be Rocco Salvato coming to Virginia Tech's penalty box, as well as Cam Glonek. And both are going to be called for cross-checking. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for the second time tonight. We saw it when two penalties overlapped early on in the second period. And Salvato and Glonek were getting the twigs up a little bit too high, as our head referee is explaining to both benches what the penalty is called on for. So we're going to have 2 minutes for each with 10 minutes and 7 seconds. So 4-on-4 opportunity for either team. And Salvato and Glonek are chirping each other between the glass here. These two teams do not like each other one bit, and they will face each other tomorrow night as well in Chapel Hill. Face-off is won by North Carolina. Giving chase all the way down is Foster. Up ice Lanigan now as he's crunching the boards on the blue line for Virginia Tech, and he's still down. And we're going to have a stoppage of play on the North Carolina blue line. Theo Lanigan went down hard. And he is helped up by his Virginia Tech teammates. Fortunately, he looks like he will be able to skate off on his own power. Let's see where they drop the puck here. He got a hard hit on Lanigan near Virginia Tech's blue line. But he's able to skate off on his own power. Unfortunately, looks like he's okay as of now. Virginia Tech wins it. It's Cameron Kazai. Kazai gains his own on the backhand, pitches it towards the front, towards Hughes, and that's poked aside to the left. O'Shaughnessy up the ice for Foster. He gains the Virginia Tech zone cleanly. Foster at the left circle. Centering try looking out in front for O'Shaughnessy. for his third goal of the night, but he can't put the full twig on it, and here come the Hokies. Gavin Peduzzi at the far side, wrists are on the way from the top of the circle, and that one is sent wide off the glass for Foster at the red line it comes out to. Blocked out in front, and we're going to have offside here, unless North Carolina can clear, and they do. Here comes Grady Arister on the way. Pardon me, that was O'Shaughnessy, and that came off the back of the net on the outside. At his skates now. And we're going to have a whistle here. Surprised that didn't come sooner, as that was Jake White with a shot. With 8:55 remaining, 48 seconds on the 4-on-4 here. In this third period, North Carolina leading Virginia Tech 6-0. Face-off coming into the near circle, won by Virginia Tech. Great puck movement there by Dean Hearn. Punts on the brakes, loses the puck. And Evan Dutil cannot come up with it. Still 4-on-4 for the next 30 seconds. Gleason at the red line, backhands up ahead for Doig. White giving chase on McAfee as the Virginia Tech defenseman clears his zone. Dutil can't get a grip on it quite, and Jake White backhands to nobody. It's just clean ice. And Gleason is sent hard down to the floor. That's going to be a penalty called on Dean Hearn, and he is holding his right knee in pain. And Dean Hearn's just going to skate up to the Virginia Tech bench. It was a hard knee-on-knee collision. You never want to see those. As a few members of the North Carolina assistant team have come out to meet Gleason on the ice at the top of the circle. It was a tough hit there, and Gleason is able to get up on his feet and stick taps for the freshman defenseman from Wake Forest, North Carolina, playing in his 18th game as he skates off on his own power. We'll have to see what the penalty is called here. And it's going to be a game misconduct on Dean Hearn. Dean Hearn has been tossed. It's going to be Rocco Salvato, or pardon me, it's going to be Nick France serving the penalty. And it's going to be a 5-minute major for North Carolina. So both Salvato and Nick France, as France is playing in his first game for the Hokies, are in the penalty box right now. We'll have to see who serves. Only a few seconds remain on the original penalty. As it's Foster at the point, Salvato will exit the box, and it's going to be Nick France serving the game misconduct serve to Dean Hearn. France playing in his first game, as he is allowed to by the Corps Cadets after he had to serve his freshman duties in the first semester. And we understand that the camera feed has gone dark. Chris Pierce, our step-in producer, is looking to make that work. As with 7 minutes and 45 seconds, we got a game misconduct against Dean Hearn for a hard hit on Gleason, who has exited the game. So 4 minutes and 15 seconds on this UNC man advantage, and they look to make it 7-0 off of this. Instead, Gavin Peduzzi has other plans, as words are being exchanged by UNC. It's getting a little chippy. And it's going to be a penalty called, I believe, on Rocco Salvato again. No, it's going to be on North Carolina. It's going to be on Henry Foster, the captain for this Tar Heel squad. And the senior forward from Darien, Connecticut will sit for 2 minutes due to interference. The referees are certainly making sure that this game does not get out of hand any more than it somewhat has. So Virginia Tech and North Carolina are 4-on-3, 4-on-4. The Hokies are currently 4 minutes into serving a game misconduct of a 5-minute penalty. Virginia Tech has got a man advantage as coming down hard to the ice And crashing hard into the boards was Thomas Gilligan. Edwards keeps it alive in, and we're going to have another Hokie down. And that is Caleb Turner, who went hard into the boards. He's able to get up under his own power and skate off to the bench. With 7:04 remaining. 3:46 remaining on the UNC man advantage. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the Hokies' power play. So it'll be about 2 minutes and 6 seconds of a UNC power play after Virginia Tech and UNC play their 4-on-4. Venerian on the forehand to the backhand. And he can't get it to go. McAfee can't keep it in. Instead, he'll corral it at the red line. Cross ice for his D-man pairing and Gustafson. Sent in by Kube. And we're going to have yet another penalty coming up here. And it's going to be Chris Kube. It's a party in the penalty box here tonight. And it's yet another interference call on Virginia Tech. That's on Chris Kube. Six minutes, 36 seconds here in this third period. Thank you all for joining in, whether you're a Tar Heel or a Hokie. We appreciate your support. So it'll be 4-on-3. UNC with that man advantage. Face-off is won by Virginia Tech. Cleared out by Tommy Conrad, and it was called for a high stick. So a face-off coming on UNC zone. Too many penalties for there even to be an extra time slot on the Lancelot Sports Complex video board here. And honestly, too many to keep track without an official score. Hey, we're looking for one. If you can keep track of shots as well as face-offs won, it would certainly help out our broadcast and our production. Any experience is allowed, no experience required. O'Shaughnessy at the near circle looks to fire it on net for his third goal of the game. He can't get it to go. Barrett Lunder instead clears it out for Virginia Tech with under 6 minutes to go here in this third period. Hughes sends it up ice for O'Shaughnessy at the Virginia Tech line, and said it's swiped away by Lunder, and he'll whip it all the way back down for UNC to reset. Still 4-on-3 here. At the end of the penalty box, or at the edge of the penalty box, is Nick France. He's looking to walk out, and it's O'Shaughnessy to the point for Zajic. Back to O'Shaughnessy at the top of the circle. He walks in, instead he sends it to Grady. They'll cycle through. Grady to the point down low. O'Shaughnessy back across. It's Zajic in the slot with a shot. Rebound still loose out in front. O'Shaughnessy wipes away at it. Reaching for it is Zajic with his long reach. And instead it's cleared all the way down by Virginia Tech. Still 4-on-3. O'Shaughnessy pumps the brakes with the lefty shot. Gets to the slot. Fires on net. And that one just goes wide. Peltola drops it off for O'Shaughnessy at the near board. Coming up to the half board. And it's now to Glonek. To Kube. O'Shaughnessy rips one on net. And Cook makes the save with 5:05 remaining in this third period. It's a 5-on-3 now. Virginia Tech playing two men down due to a game misconduct as well as a 2-minute minor for interference called on Chris Kube. Gilligan comes downhill, now behind the net, looking for a centering try out in front. Puck still loose. He was looking for Walsh. Instead, it's Glonek walking the line at the blue line. To the point now, sends it to his left, down low. Set up the Tar Heels for a play. Look like they wanted to get it inside with the bumper, but they can't. Gilligan to the circle. At the top of the circle, dangling in wide, but too many extra moves. And this first penalty is over for Chris Kube, so we'll have 5-on-4 hockey here for another minute and 10 seconds before it's a full 5-on-5 between the Hokies and the Tar Heels. North Carolina leads 6-0 here from Vinton, Virginia in the Lancelot Sports Complex. Kube giving chase to Cobber. Gaining the line now is Katsios. Instead, Lannigan gets a hand on it. Glonek Katsios still loose out in front, and this puck will bounce all the way back down to the new line. Walsh fires in deep for McAfee. who fires a bullet at the top of the window and the top of the glass into North Carolina's zone. 30 seconds remaining on the game misconduct for Virginia Tech. Foster behind Cook. The captain will drop it off for Ryan to Doig. Wanting it at the point was Zajic. Instead, that puck bounced a little too hard. It's been a while here as we played, and the ice is getting a little bit bouncy, and Gustafson takes advantage of that. He'll fire on net. It's blocked out in front by a posse of UNC defenders, and here comes a 3-on-2 for North Carolina. Into the zone now, and ripping one is Henry Foster. Rebound still loose out in front. Puck at the doorstep, and North Carolina cannot take advantage. And it looks like we are going to have yet another penalty coming on Virginia Tech. And it's going to be on Tommy Conrad. And it's going to be a hold. It looked like he was holding Quan Doig right behind the net. That did not allow Doig to get the opportunity. The puck was literally on the doorstep of Cook. Foster has it after the Heels win the faceoff. Near side O'Shaughnessy, back to the point for Foster. He's got Grady to the left. Instead, he slap passes to Grady, and thinking about a shot. Grady cycles down low. Behind, looking for the wraparound attempt, and Cook was able to get his left pad down, and Virginia Tech's McAfee clears all the way down. Hughes waltzes out of his net. He's been a great skater so far tonight when playing these pucks outside of his net. And North Carolina will reset. They got 1:25 remaining on the penalty. 2 minutes and 25 seconds in actual game time. Foster wristers one from the point. That's wiped aside by Cook with the paddle. Grady at GLE. Back to the point. Foster back to Grady at the right circle. Lefty shot down low for Peltola. Back to Grady. Wrister on the way. And getting a glove on that was Cook, but he wasn't able to snare it with the left hand. O'Shaughnessy down to Grady at the far circle. Inside looking for the center attempt, and they score. Daniel Cobber has got his first goal of the game to make it 7-0. The Tar Heels had the touchdown, and that was their extra point with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in this third period. Time of the goal, 17:57. 7-0 Tar Heels, Chris. It's been a tough one tonight. I know you don't have your headset on. You're taking over the producer role, but at this point, both teams will just look to get back, well, rather North Carolina back on the road or hotel, wherever they're staying at, and Virginia Tech back to Blacksburg. 2 minutes now. It's 5-on-5 play for the first time in what feels like forever. And North Carolina with another good attempt. That was Mangle heading downhill. And coming up ice now, oh my goodness, was Kamen, and Hughes nearly took off the head of a linesman. Backhander by Gustafson, up ice. Virginia Tech at least looking to get out of here with one goal of their own. As laying the wood was Ethan Kamen. McAfee. GLE with 1 minute and 20 seconds separating us, and the final whistle here. Poking at it still is Zach Mangle. From the point, Haskell sends it in deep. Mangle looking for the wraparound attempt. Instead, he wipes out a GLE. Back to the point for Haskell. Looking for the one-timer pass. Can't get it there for Zajic. And Virginia Tech will walk it out of the zone. Firing all the way from the red line onto the glove of Hughes was Mercer. And due to the pressure by Kamen, Hughes melted the puck. And we'll have a face-off coming from the Virginia Tech offensive zone with 59 and 8/10 of a second here. With time winding down, I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us tonight. 7-0 Tar Heels, whether or not you are a UNC or VT fan. We appreciate your support. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at VT Ice Hockey. Virginia Tech gets the face-off win. A pass from Andrew is off of the leg of a Tar Heel, and here come the Heels. Shot on Cook is Peltola. And he will glove it down as Shane Cook with 49 and 2/10 of a second remaining here in this third period. Face-off will come to the near circle. Gilligan will step in, facing off against Peduzzi. Peduzzi wins it. Looking to clear his Lunder, and he successfully does with Peltola giving chase. Picks it back up across the blue line. Sends it to his D-man pairing in Edwards. Puck still loose, and finally getting a handle on it is Peduzzi. Backhand pass is negated for Conrad. However, that puck ends up onto the glove of Hughes, and he will melt with 29 9/10 of a second remaining. This game was getting physical between these two teams here in this third period. Many penalties dished out to Virginia Tech, and Tar Heels took advantage to go up by 7 and a fat nothing on the Virginia Tech board, but looks like it settled down here a little bit. Kazai, backhand attempt down low. Andrew. Shot is made there now by Peduzzi down low. Andrew at the half board. Dangling, looking to create separation in space. He can't get there. And the puck is flipped out by the Tar Heels. It'll go all the way down the ice. And instead of touching it with Barrett Lunder, he lets it go all the way down and lets time expire. So with that, Virginia Tech has lost North Carolina by a final score of 7-0. North Carolina keeps up the offensive onslaught. They've now won 5 straight games, and they've nearly averaged 5 goals per game during that point. They have yet to regress to the mean, however, as they dropped 7 on Virginia Tech in the first of a home-and-home between the Hokies and the Tar Heels. Virginia Tech now has won 5 of their last 7. But the Hokies can't come out on top here in this crucial Premier Division contest. Virginia Tech is now 9-8-1, 4-3 in the ACCHL, and number 17 North Carolina is 13-5-1, now 4-2-1 in the Premier Division. A massive win as two teams exchange handshake pleasantries at center ice. That'll do it here from Vinton, Virginia. I'm Nels Williams, joined alongside Chris Pierce. Chris, you want to say something before we turn off this stream?
I mean, the game, the score is one of the games where the score just told the story of the game. UNC just completely outplayed Virginia Tech in every facet. The Hokies, though, have some time, less than 24 hours to regroup, and though these two teams will meet once again, maybe hopefully a different result for the Hokies, but that's all I got. Nels, you got anything else?
Thanks, Chris, and once again, I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in. Again, whether you were a UNC or a VT fan, we really appreciate your support here. For one final time from Vinton, Virginia, final score, Virginia Tech 0, UNC 7. Virginia Tech and UNC will play this time in North Carolina tomorrow night. It's the second of a home-and-home. Then they will travel to West Virginia to face the Mountaineers for the second time this season next week, after West Virginia picked up a win here in Vinton just a few months ago, 7-5. Good night, everybody here from Vinton, Virginia. Glad you could join us. I'm Nels Williams. You can find me on Twitter at NELS Williams. You can find Chris Pierce at @ChrisPierce_07. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We apologize for the technical difficulties with the camera early on, but we're glad to get that able settled. Have a great weekend, everybody. And once again, I'm Nels Williams.